Sup, I'm back. I was checking where the stream left off, and I think it's kind of funny how it left off on the part where it's like, I knew it. It's the devil's curses. It's the devil's curse. And then it cuts off. Of course it has to cut off like right then and there, you know? That'd be the curse of scuff, the curse of allergies. My gosh darn it. Perfect timing, not gonna lie. Though to continue, before anything else happens, but if it does crash again, I'm just gonna take that as a sign to just like curl up into a ball and just try to sleep off the allergies. And let's see, okay, from there. It's not enough they defiled our land. Now they want to defile our souls too. That's enough. Sarkans are naturally susceptible to infection, and their soldiers are overwhelmingly infected. When you kill them, or when you get infected, and they kill you. If there's no one to clean up the bodies. I said no more. I heard a sound. It's a familiar sound whether in Rimbilliton, Rhodes Island, or here and now. The sound that every infected fears most. The sound of us shattering. I've heard sounds in the trenches. You told me it was artillery, Sergeant. It was artillery. Our enemy will use anything and everything to destroy us and our country, including their own deaths. Devils, bandits, tyrants, or Tarans. There was none of this crap during His Majesty Frederick III's reign. We must expel the scum from Victoria. What can we do? Can we say Victor? We dwell in the blessing of glorious Victoria. What an idiot. I'll say this again, you're infected. Very infected. In case this isn't clear to you, like us, everyone else here, you're going to die. And then we fight, of course. Alrighty. My nose keeps trying to run away, but I have to keep on catching it. And I'm successful so far, so I win. Oops. Okay, right over here seems fine. Yeah, it's good. Right over there. And then right over here is one do. No fear here. This be fine. Yeah, no fear. No fear, no fear, no fear. What is fear? Fear don't exist here. I don't want to put her. Oh, that looks good. Oh, oops, there's a dude over there. Oh, my bad. Hello, sir. Let's just get rid of him like that. Okay, very, very wonderful. Okay, sir. Please stop. Stop, sir. Stop. Stop. Shh. Shh. Yeah, go down. Go sleep. Yeah, this is fine. But let me set up the other side because, you know, that'd be smart. Then I should be smart at times. Okay, over here seems decent. Oh, I should probably put out a healer too. You know, that'd be even better. That'd be even smarter of me. Especially since my boy's a target. They should be fine. Like, what's the worst that'll happen? Okay, right over here seems good. Just get rid of these dudes. Oh, it's almost at the critical point. It's a little bit more and... Okay, I shouldn't have expected anything less than that. Oops. Well, you know, it's fine. It's fine. I got Mudrock here. She can see the day. This be chill. Oh, yep, and they're targeting her anyways. Of course, of course. I should never expect anything less. This is fine. This is completely fine. Yeah, fine. Fine indeed. I'm so sorry, Mudrock. Oh, never mind. Yep, they're still gonna go for her. It's okay, Mudrock. You're doing your best, sweetie. We believe in you. You got this. And then we can get rid of these dudes quickly. This be fine. Oh, they're gonna explode soon. It'll be funny when it does. I'm just gonna let it happen. There's only one left. Come on. I want to see him explode. Go. And she lived! Great job, Mudrock. The first time I saw an infected shatter was in the middle of a lake. I was 7, young and innocent. It was my dream to become captain of the miners' patrol. I get to stay up late at night, wear a cool uniform, and walk around with a bright torch. I like that dream job. It's like, oh yeah, I wanna stay up late at night, wear a cool uniform, and walk around with a torch. Most families in Rimbilliton made their living in mining, digging, and processing ore. We did everything to prevent infection. But accidents happen. One day, the adults came home early. Mother and the other woman of the house whispered in the corner. The men smoked in silence, and the entire room was filled with that acrid scent. In between coughs, I ran around the living room pretending to be a surveyor looking for new veins in a fog-filled valley. Dad grabbed me by the collar and put me to bed. I woke up earlier than usual the next day. I think I was trying to grab a can of soda when nobody was watching. Grandma was sitting in the living room next to her luggage. She said that she was going on a journey. I pestered her to let me go with her. She could never say no to me. She said I could come a short way with her. Then I had to go back home. Oh, Granny. Granny's going on an adventure, huh? We saw a salt lake in the distance. It was a shallow one that only appeared in the rainy season, but it rained a lot that year. We couldn't see the other side of the lake. Grandma told me that was as far as I could go. I said alright. She made me promise. Like when she made me promise I would be a good boy when I first went to school. But I wasn't a good boy anymore. I quietly followed her, hiding behind a bush when she got to the lakeside. Grandma got into a boat with a few people on it. They all had strange stones growing out of their bodies, and one of them was wrapped up in a blanket. The boatman turned on the engine. I watched from the shore as the boat disappeared into the fog. I was confused. Grandma didn't say anything to me on our way. It was like an ordinary picnic trip. I was about to turn around thinking about where I would have breakfast before going home. Then I heard a sound like crystal shattering. I turned around and saw originium dust sprayed into the air, mixing with the fog, reflecting an eerie glow in the sun. It was like a dream. Goodbye, Brownie and the others.
Was that how you got infected? No, I was lucky that time. Maybe it really was a dream, brought about by a summer morning. But I never saw Grandma again, and my family never talked about her anymore. She was always thoughtful and cautious. It wasn't like her to let a child follow her, putting him in danger. For once, though, she made a selfish choice on her journey. She wanted to spend just a little more time with her grandson. Maybe she even wanted to give me a hug. Now I remember, I didn't get to show her my report card that semester.
It was the best I ever did in school. The sounds of the forest stopped. The flickering light shining through the shadows of the trees no longer moved. Then came a sound of lament and painful moaning.
On your guard, Red. The Victorians have stopped. Looks like they're planning to make camp. Here, it's only a few hundred meters from our camp. They no longer have the strength to cover their tracks. Who knows if there's a scouting party shadowing them somewhere?
Red's hands never stop, even as he complains, cutting away the bothersome vines. We approach the position and see their flickering shadows through the sparse bushes. Soldiers lie on the ground in exhaustion, hopelessly burying their heads amongst the falling leaves. The sergeant sits down on the rock, silently polishing his sword, the only weapon he has left.
I guess they just didn't have the strength to go any further. These people don't have the luxury to think. They're still living in a dream. It'll all pass. Were they really just separated from the rest of the army? These Victorians are lucky. They face a gentle exile, not the swords of their comrades. It's not easy to accept that you're infected. We should wait for them to understand who they are, and for them to make a choice. Do you really mean to take them in, these soldiers? We're weak, so are they. What's the plan then? Finish the shift and notify the sentries, expand the patrols to include this camp. The infected stand together.
stand together. Pretty words. Of course we had to stand together. What other choice did we have? But are the words stand together so simple that we fail to appreciate their true meaning? Or apathy changed our lives equally, robbed us of our futures equally? But is what is taken from a farmer who has to pay his taxes out of seeds stored for the next year's planting equal to what is taken from a wealthy merchant with a safe full of pure gold? When what we had to begin with was not equal, neither of the choices that survived deprivation. Who are we really standing together with then? Where are we going next?
You're Tallulah, right? Founder of the Reunion, leader of the infected. They say you did great things in Ursus. All the infected of Victoria are talking about you. Is it true that you captured a city? A city for the infected? Is it still there?
Oh, it's Tallulah, for reals.
I'm no leader, just a member of the Reunion movement. Have some porridge. We're setting out soon. Tell us more about your city, Tallulah. It's... Oh, no need to hang your head. I suppose things didn't go smoothly. If you're in Victoria now, of course the uninfected wouldn't let us win that easily after trampling on us for so long. What does it matter if those scum tripped you up once? Your Reunion. We all believe in you.
Tallulah looks down at the pot she's stirring, serving bowl after bowl of hot porridge. The steam from the pot obscures her vision.
Careful, it's hot. They all believe in you. What do you think about that, eh? Being the hope of so many. You're a veteran from Ursus, aren't you? What are you talking about? Valia. I know, sorry, couldn't resist. Humph. Is it true that there was a bit of trouble at the camp yesterday? It's fine, all taken care of. Stop crying to Tallulah like that and start packing. We've got a long way to go today. Oh yeah, I still have fertilizer to load onto the truck. It's not your Reunion anymore. Oh yeah, we're Reunion too! Haha! See you later. Guard. It's fine. No need to say anything.
I take the bowl of porridge from Tallulah. She's very pale.
There are things we can't tell them yet. I know. It's your decision. Reunion can't collapse again. I'm the banner that you rally into in Victoria. I accept that. But I'm deceiving them. I'm still... It's no more or less than you deserve. It's none of my business whether you see this as an honor or punishment for your crimes. What the others need is hope. Are you going to tell them you were under the influence of an evil god, and everything that happened at Chernobog was an Ursine plot? I would rather our organization be built on a lie. We were built on a lie back then too. I know, paycheck will come. Payback will come someday. But at least this time we lied for the infected. There are no second chances for Reunion. I hope we don't go down the same path you did. What did that sister of yours say in Chernobog? Until the day when the infected are judged fairly. I'll wait. I'll be your tool until the day that comes. Excuse me. What are you doing here, Victorian? I'm not armed. Your sentry searched me. I caught a whiff. My brothers haven't eaten in 4 days. Some of them, I don't know. They don't look good. I have a lighter here, and do you want brass buttons? If you could be so kind as to trade some bread for these. I know it's not enough. I have a bunch of good leather back at my home in Blackstream. Once I get back, I'll sell it to you. I'll sell it and pay you back double.
The young man gazes hungrily at the pot, his hand grabbing his own uniform tightly, perhaps out of nervousness, or trying to straighten it out to look more presentable. Tallulah puts a bowl of porridge before him.
You can take what's left in the pot. Thank you. Here's a lighter. Sometimes you need to click it a few times before it lights, and the button.
I take the lighter and grab the hand trying to rip the buttons off.
It's fine. Eat.
He practically pours the food down his throat. Delicious.
Where's your sergeant? I don't know. We haven't seen him all morning. I was worried he would barge into your camp again. Say, did you hear any sounds in the night, like artillery fire? No reports of anything like that. Never mind. He's gone mad. Us, them. There's no sane man left on the front. Sounds like things are tough out there. I mean, are rough out there. Rough, eh? You have no idea what the Sarkans are using against us. They have no battleships, no armored vehicles. We thought the devils were just barbarians, fighting our armies with swords and bows. How wrong we were. Could you imagine an entire squad of Sarkas casters casting their arts at the same time? It was more terrifying than any artillery or ballista fire. Get hit by a shell, and you might lose an arm or leg, the fragments digging themselves into your flesh, causing terrible pain. But the Sarkas, they turned the battlefield into the hell of Lateran tales. I saw armored vehicles pierced by lightning bolts of blood. My mates melted into puddles of gore. I never imagined it would turn out like this when the Duke of Fife's men dragged me out of the Sissy Beast pens. Forget it. I'd rather not think about anything. Thanks for the porridge. I'll bring the pot back later.
You can keep it. We have plenty of them, and it might be of use to you.
Thank you so much. I'll never forget it. Are you leaving? Where are you going? This is pretty much a battlefield now, and it's Victorian lands all around. We're the infected. Oh, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have asked. Forget I said anything.
The soldier hurries to leave, grabbing the side of the pot with his one good hand and supporting the bottom with the limp arm, grimacing at the heat. I reach out into my pocket and dig out what I got from the doctor.
Hey, wait.
I go up to him and put the vial of medicine in his pocket.
What's this? It'll relieve some of the worst symptoms. You can share it with the others. I'll visit Blackstream and collect what you owe me. Sir, go. You'll love our village. Thanks.
You really are like the Rhodes Islanders. I heard you were the one who found the doctors who knew how to make the medicine.
To be honest, what we're making hardly even qualifies as medicine compared to the suppressants that I knew. Rhodes Island offers low-cost treatment plans, but at the end of the day, they're a company. They need research funding and they have corporate due diligence to deal with. Who knows how many eyes are on them in Kashmir and Colombia?
That's why you persuaded Nine to go north. The warriors say there's a factory there.
A tiny pharmaceutical factory, so small it's barely even a workshop. It's not even on the nomadic plate. But that one little piece of land was once the salvation of many infected. That is until it grew big enough that it caught people's attention. Some of the ones driven out of there joined us, and that's how we heard the story. It's deep in the forest where nobody's watching. We need medicine, even if it's just a palmitation of the real thing. But more importantly, it was once a starting point of Victoria's reunion movement. We have to unite those scattered across Victoria. We have to tell them that help has come. I've seen plenty of infected self-help organizations. Kind souls helped us from time to time, but in the end, none of them lasted. When I was at Rhodes Island, I often wondered if things would get better if everyone worked harder and made more medicine. Maybe, but Chernobog changed my mind. Why do they crack down on workshops like these, where kindness and hard work warped by hatred and prejudice? When evil itself is fuzzy as a fog, why does everyone, even the infected themselves, decide to wait for their own deaths in the middle of a lake?
I stare at Lula, who hardly reacts to my words. Her eyes are calm, unusually so. Her soul is too wary, having seen too much. What has become of the woman who was once our leader? Or had she uttered the same words before, and seen what came of them? Tallulah's punishment is entertaining. Right now, she's just like a figurehead or a spokesperson, right, for them. That's her community service hours. She's serving them soup, giving them some speeches.
You know what I mean. Oropathy is an illness, but we'll leave the illnesses to Rhodes Island for now. Our enemy isn't oropathy, it's oppression and prejudice, the truths that they've tried to cover up with oropathy. Oropathy is just the culmination of all the decay across the lands. Taking back a symbol may help the infected Victoria realize that and stand together with us. Stand together. That's something only reunion can do. Have you told the others how you think? Of course. I'm always talking to Nine about our... No. You know the one I'm talking about. Oh. A little, I got a gentle answer. That's why I'm here. Whatever the case, we didn't choose the same path, so it's not my place to ask for more.
Of course it isn't. Rhodes Island is a paradise of idealists. Me? A man who could only see what stands right in front of me. The gain and loss right in front of me. I heard the veteran guerrilla fighters talk about the old days of the reunion in the tundra, the ideals that everyone held. A city of the infected, our home. Some of them thought it was just within reach. It was almost realized at Chernobyl, but fell short in the end. But I know the city of our dreams is still far, far away. And how could a single city be enough? What could a single city do? It's interesting how focused this is on reunion right now. Specifically guard. You're still limping. Maybe you should go sit in the back.
Just a little sprain.
You haven't been on a lot of expeditions lately.
My squad passed through the wilderness on the other day with infected comrades from Griewich. The earth had been torn open with ditches everywhere. Looked like one of the turnip farms back home, except much smaller. I tripped.
What was it? I didn't think there was a place like that near Londinium.
Walt said that all those trenches, hundreds of them, each dug big enough to fit our entire squad, were battleship tread marks.
No wonder you've looked worried. It takes all my strength just to go from day to day. Mood. Don't think too much about it.
A report from the Scouts Guard. Weird sounds from the woods on the left side up ahead. The originium zone sensor went off when we got closed, so we couldn't be sure exactly what it was. Send word to the rest of the team. We'll go around. Roger. Percival.
I'll come along with a few guys. Don't want you to trip again. There's an unsettling smell in the air. The instruments show a high level of active originium. Not a good sign.
Remember your protective measures. Keep your masks on.
Was it a man under the tree? No, it's a Victorian uniform, ripped almost beyond recognition, but somehow familiar. A surgeon's badge lies on the ground next to it. A tiny music box sits a short distance away, covered in originium dust, but still barely playing.
Infected confirmed dead. We should leave.
Alrighty. Percival walks slowly, humming along with the scattered music. Do you know this song, Guard?
No, but I've heard it before.
The sun in the meadow is summery warm, filling our home with euphoria. We gather together to greet the storm. Tomorrow belongs to Victoria. The Victorian national anthem. Our teacher made us sing it over and over until we had it memorized. When I was little, before I got sick. It's been a long time since I last heard it. I was born in Victoria. By all accounts, I should be Victorian. But what about now?
That sergeant believed he belonged to Victoria to the very end.
He was lucky. He didn't get to go through everything he would have gone through. The reason I called myself Reunion, I was tired of being punched, being thrown out of the factories before I got paid, being kept out even in the cheapest hostel rooms, no matter how much money I had on me. The reunion movement showed me another path, besides suffering and dying in silence. That was all I needed, even if the price was abandoning my family, my country, and everything else I had. In fact, I had lost all of it the moment the first crystal popped through my skin, but it took me a long time to get it. All of us, Ursine, Colombian, Victorian, Sarcats, Feline, Liberi, we're all reunion.
If we have to cross every battlefront, every war zone, every corpse laid in ruin, in order for our deaths to be seen and heard, then we'll cross them.
With determination. And now another one. Not a moment's rest. Yeah, what is rest? Rest, I don't know her. And you know, I should probably bring people along because at this point I can afford to because I am just doing story mode. Oh, we're on the ship. Endless reports. An avalanche of intel has flooded this lonely battleship ever since it left Norport. There are signs of trouble from Lithuanian to the east, Sargon to the southwest, Chirag to the west, while everything remains silent in the south. The messages are suffocating, eating away at my nerves. My mother seems utterly unmoved and passively issuing order after order. Man, her mother still looks really, really cool. But even she cannot resist a frown when she reads the congratulations from her fellow dukes. This is her life. She is here and so this is my Lynn Cardine. I am home. Focus, Delphine. Listen to the reports. There is no time to let your mind wander. She adjusts the position of her eye patch. Is it to hide the wrinkles? Imagine using the eye patch to hide wrinkles. Well, it makes her look extra cool, so it's working. The weather here is very different from Lynn Cardine. It's suppressed, heavy, the gloom of rain and fog ever present. I just want to...
What are you gazing at so absent-mindedly, Delphine?
Nothing, Mother. It's just... I don't get to see Londinium from this angle very often.
I know how you look when your mind is wandering. Are you bored by the chatters from the rear?
No, I'm just thinking about Norport Borough.
Sorry. I didn't expect the situation in Londinium to deteriorate so quickly. I should have arranged for your evacuation sooner.
We had compiled reports and everything that went on in Londinium, but we weren't able to bring them. We should be the ones apologizing.
That's alright. A few little troubles doesn't mean much to the big picture.
Perhaps the Duke of Castor should be held responsible for the most of them.
I know. Let's hope my messenger isn't making things too difficult for her right now.
But the value of that intel to subsequent operations.
Pales in comparison to your value, Delphine. Relax. I'm here. And Urnclad Galave is nearby. Everything will be right again once we return to the city. We'll restore Londinium and Victoria.
Of course. Mother, I thought I would die down there.
I wouldn't let that happen to my daughter. You've done well. You have the patience and attention to detail of your father. But you don't have to be the one to do all that work. You're my heir, and your place is at Lynn Cardine. Our standoff with Athenian can be trying. You'll need to get used to those matters, plus, I could use someone to talk to.
I thought I could do better. Sorry.
There are many things that a Duke of Windermere must worry about, for which she needs nerves of steel. But that's not your burden, not yet. You can rely on your mother, at least until she's too old to walk.
I understand. Thank you, Mother.
We'll be home in another 4 or 5 hours. I've arranged for all the stuff you left behind at the old house to be set up. Your pajamas, your pillow, your bed, your bathtub.
You know what I'm wondering? Her mom is super duper tall and Delphine's kind of like short, so do you think maybe Dad was short? It'd be adorable. Like, imagine badass tall mom and then like tiny cutesy dad. And if Delphine took after like his looks, that'd be adorable. That's all stuff from before I came to Londinium.
It's not like you're any taller.
Look, she's even calling out her height.
I have some nice things for you as well, but I'll keep those a secret for now. Get a good night's sleep once you're back. But don't get complacent. We have a lot to do. What is it?
I was in Londinium a long time, wasn't I? I had many friends, outstanding friends, from whom I had a lot to learn. We lived in a city of disorder, chewing up and swallowing the lives we once had. But we believed in our cause. I was proud of it. Then things changed. One agent after another disappeared. The Sarkas took the city. I was on my own. I had to live with more common people. For the first time I learned how they lived and how they viewed Victoria. Most of them are dead now. Those who still live huddle in the bowels of the ship, waiting for you to decide their fate. 100 meters beneath my pajamas, bed and bathtub. I'm really grateful, really, but is it all because... She does not let me finish. She puts her hand on my head without patting it, but I know this is her way of showing affection.
You did well, my daughter. You exceeded my expectations. Go and see the troops below. It'll do you good to talk with them.
With that, her grace departs. She's always swift and decisive. I have no chance to say any more. I scratch my slightly untidy head. Mother!
We can talk later.
We shouldn't have come here. You shouldn't have come here yourself. The words that come out of my own mouth surprise me. Was it not because of my call for help that she came? How could I say that? It's too risky. We can't fully trust the Lathanians, and we don't know what the Sarkats are planning next. We've fallen behind in intel. She dismisses me with a wave, perhaps telling me not to think too much about it. Her silhouette remains sharp, making me feel like I'm worrying too much, and that she can handle it all. She's right. I'm not much taller at all. It's okay, being short's fine.
How long will our food last? I don't think this warship was prepared to take on so many refugees. We can't leave them to fend for themselves. Mrs. Emile grabbed my hand just now. She didn't say nothing. All she did was look at me. I can't take it anymore. Let's find Delphine. Calm down, Hana. We're on someone else's ship.
I'll go keep him company. The old-timers will feel better with a familiar face around.
I'll stay with you.
Sorry to keep you waiting. I talked to the quartermaster. Some food will make it to those who need it most. That's the best I can do.
Thank you, Delphine. And thanks to Duke Windermere.
Part of me hopes that Mother really wants to help these poor people out of the kindness of her heart, but
I know it's because of me. Or should I say because of who I am. It's fine, as long as it helps the people who fled with us.
You've adapted quickly, Vina.
The time when we could do as we please has passed, Delphine. Many souls on the ship are counting on me. I have a responsibility to them, both as Vina and as the siege.
Lots of people are looking at us. I can tell Vina is busy. Mother's ship is one of the biggest of the Victorian ships of the line. But it was never designed to evacuate civilians. Certainly not this many. The people of Norport are squeezed into holds meant to store ammunition and weapons, trying their best to find a clean place to sit down. This is not the best accommodation, even if the most dangerous weapons have been removed. Vina's gang are doing their best to maintain order. The refugees whisper about her amongst themselves. The officers on the ship pay no heed, nor does Vina respond to their calls of Your Majesty or Your Royal Highness. Regardless, she's become the heart and soul of this place. Perhaps the civilians don't even realize themselves, but the reason they trust Vina is not so much because of her status, but because she is the only one they can rely on in this unfamiliar environment.
How goes the war?
The number of reports coming in is unreal. Too many variables to keep track of. The Duke of Wellington's offensive is unsteady, and our own defensive lines are being pressed. We should have an overwhelming advantage in terms of forces, even if the Dukes have yet to commit their full strength. We're facing a foe beyond the scope of modern military theory. The Notchzera King. The only thing we know about him comes from sparse records of ancient times. It has been too long since Victoria, indeed Terra as a whole, last faced a real Sarkis army. What chain reaction will their witchcraft produce? Are they really as primitive and backwards as the records say? What force have the various Sarkaz branches come together to form, where we can't see them? Why do they stand together? No need to worry too much though, Mother. Duke Windermere and Duke Wellington will conduct this war together. The Duke of Castor has already publicly declared her allegiance. The stalemate will not last long. Once we return to ironclad Galloway, both supplies and support well. Ooh, shaky. Whoa, what was that? Looks like we're passing through a canyon. Good thing. It means we're about to leave the battlefield. A canyon. I feel even less at ease. I know where Mother's confidence comes from. The ship is defended by Windermere's pride, her strong guards, or your sword guards. If the Sarkas think this merely a reckless act by the Duke of Windermere, they will find themselves on the receiving end of the blades that have been honed since the War of the Four Emperors. Ooh, that's tough sounding. But do we truly know the sarcasm?
Is the ship slowing down, Siege? I think so. And the weather outside, say, what time is it? How long has it been since we left Norport?
A few hours, I believe.
Is this just an ordinary canyon? Or canyon?
Yes, nothing remarkable besides some abandoned factories. Abandoned factories, yes. This place has been abandoned since before Londinium fell into chaos. Why? Because of catastrophe. The massive crystal formations that catastrophe left behind.
Oh. Be careful. Hey, I'm talking to you.
Something's not right. There's a different smell in the air. I look around instinctively. All the elite soldiers in the hold are gone. This is not right. Get away from him, Hana. Siege pulls her back before I can. I see the soldiers smiling at me. Uh-oh. Look out! It's too late. Blood seeps from the gaps in the ceiling, dripping into the infiltrator's eyes. Drip, merge, spread. Blood? Where did this blood come from? Look out. Oh. Siege pushes me away. An instant later, a blood mist bursts where I stood. Soon the entire hold is engulfed in crimson. Blood mist? Tharkad's witchcraft!
Too many civilians here. Morgan, Dagda, Indra.
The four of them exchange gazes and take up positions around the frightened crowd. The emotions in the crowd ranges from shock to panic. Some in the corners begin to scream, without even seeing exactly what happened. Uh-oh. Go down. The stairs are to the north.
Lady Delphine.
Are you the ship's doctor?
We're under attack by witchcraft. The ship's casters can't decipher it yet. The Duke and... Damn, how do they... Look out!
A claw slaps away the sword that was inches from his throat. The blood mist disperses, then reconverges, taking a gooey wet form. Ew. A sarcasm emerges from the bloody shadow. Uh-oh, it's a Confessarius guard, and oh, I have to sneeze. Oh, that was a lot of sneezes. Oh wait, there's some more. Okay. I think that's it for the sneezes for now? Maybe? Or not? Sheesh! I gotta make myself tea after this. My gosh darn it. I feel like sneezing again, but I don't at the same time. Now it's annoying. I think I'm allergic to the skies' arts, the blood mist.
The vampire's witchcraft has taken hold. I know that outfit, that skull mask. The size of kings. One variable to eliminate. Cause chaos and eliminate the outblood. Hesitate not to spill your own blood. Oh. You were part of the siege in the Knights of the Tower. Careful, I've gotcha. You will die here with your king, Victorian. Do it.
Mother's on the deck, but we still have civilians and other people below. And our people below. Delphine, you're left. Ugh. Careful. Sorry, thanks. There aren't many of them. We can pin them down. The reinforced compartment is one bulkhead away. Get the civilians there.
No, there's something more important that you must do. Those people came with me. I promise to protect them. Duke Windermere likely doesn't know how bad things are below. Go and inform her. I'll hold out until your reinforcements arrive.
But
This suits us better. You have a formal command structure. There's no way to integrate us quickly.
Vina.
Go! Damn, you got a hard head. I almost made my hand go numb. Sarcasm profanity! So be it. The size of kings will be spoils enough. Surround the Aslan. Get ready for a brawl, mates.
For an instant, I wish I was with them. Like when I first joined Slobberknocker Gym, when I went from being alone to being in a community. Kedor and Bayard. We stood together.
This ends now.
The swing of the hammer compresses the air in the passage. It roars. Dot dot dot. Even more dots. Tiny drops of liquid fall on my face. My vision blurs.
Delphine!
A shadow draws near.
Delphine!
Mother? I try to wipe my eyes. I see another pair of eyes there in front of me. Red flows from their sockets.
Delphine, go no further.
You're hurt.
You'll only be in the way, same for me. Kill me before whatever this is consumes me. The sword guards and her grace will kill the Sarkaz. Do not put yourself in danger, Delphine.
No. I don't even feel the pain anymore. Free me, then stop. I draw my sword. She is still conscious. I should not do this to her, but I see the relief in her eyes. She grabs my sword, sending it through her own body. I'm trembling. I can't see clearly.
Lady Delphine, you must live.
Thank you for freeing me. I look down and see the red eyes. She gives up breathing, smiling to the end. This is Sarkaz.
Mother!
My feet cannot move, worry, unease, and fear grip them. The lights go out. The only light comes from above the deck. Well, things took a turn quickly. There's only silence amongst the bodies. Rain solidifies as it falls, flowing backwards, evaporating, converging. A red-black sun rises into the sky, obscuring its white counterpart.
Oh no, it's Pretty Boy!
A bloodless complexion emerges from the black sun, not a speck of blood on it. He descends from the black sun. I avert my gaze. Am I afraid? How shameful.
You should not have dodged. The paleness of your face would have contrasted well with the blood drops. They would have painted the picture of a beautiful despair. Humph. Leeches can't stop playing with blood, I see. Nothing has changed with you people, even after all these centuries.
Rain begins to fall again. Drip, drop.
Look, it's a good day to die. Your Grace, this attack was planned. As expected. We're sovereign of the Sarkaz to pay a personal visit, though. All well and good, I suppose. The battle below is not going well. The officers are organizing the defense. No matter. This one is our only threat.
Mother, the Duke of Windermere points her sword towards the invading Sarkaz leader. I cannot see the expression on her face, but I know that it is not the mother I know so well. The soldier was right. I would only be in the way.
I've long had enough of Lathanian spire arts. I wonder what the spine of a vampire looks like. You're a strong Victorian. You don't think you'll shirk back, but your blood will betray you. The Creator built a bridge of life for humanity, and I stand above the bridge. Oh? Not any worse than those spire madmen.
A blue blade cuts through the rain of blood. A tiny drop of rain cuts open Mother's cheek. Was it the red rain or the blood seeping out? I could not see. There was no change in Mother's expression, but Have I ever seen her get hurt before?
Poor fool. Still clinging to dreams and fantasies. Guess why your battleship fell from within? Focus on the mission at hand, soldiers. Ready. Roger! Your duty is to kill the enemies of Windermere, not protect the life of a Windermere. Do all you can to weaken the Sarkaz. Victoria will take back what is hers.
The vampire's movements start to slow. No, the sword guards are too fast. I've received formal military training. I did not go to Londinium unprepared. But here and now I realize the weight of the words Duke of Windermere. My mother never let her daughter see the kinds of battlefields that she knew.
Not bad, not bad. You aren't a Duke of Victoria for nothing. How many Sarkis have you eaten? I don't have any such disgusting habits. No, you and your ancestors reveled in war, from Kashmir to Lithanian. A Duke of Windermere once had an army of Sarkaz. In the War of the Four Nations, which engulfed most of the land. How did you or your ancestor use them? Parlor tricks, the theft of witchcraft, a favorite of the Nachzerer. The blood and flesh of Sarkaz spread across the battlefield, becoming yet another bulwark for your glorious armada. You ate them up, all right. Are you after revenge, Sarkaz? Of course. How dare you trifle with the methods of my creation, the property of the Crimson Court? He's being strengthened by the blood of the fallen? No. It is no longer bodily fluids, but a part of the curse. Prepare counter arts.
Stay calm. Take a deep breath. My throat is coarse. I cannot speak. I try to gasp for air, but the smell of blood is all there is. Vampire and Commissarius. This is Mother's flagship. Lynn Cardine's most experienced commanders, bravest sailors, and most steadfast warriors are gathered here. Mother once told me that war is not about heroes, about charging into danger. A commander must see the whole battlefield in order to see the way to victory. But I realize why this ship sailed deep behind the enemy lines without support. Because of me. No. This is no time for self-flagellation. I have to do something. If there's no place on Mother's battlefield for me, someone must bring order. One of the kings of the Sarkaz court is here, but would they really attack us so recklessly? My espionage background tells me that something is missing from the puzzle. I have to do something. Think! Could it be? No. Arts that can teleport the entire army are unheard of. Our ship fell from within. I know this feeling. The modesty. I encountered him personally when leaving Norport. I heard about this terrible king of Sarkaz court from Amiya. But he was defeated. How could he... Still, this is the most likely answer. There are two kings of Sarkaz court on the ship. A truly terrifying conclusion. But what about the vampire? Why didn't he go straight to his target if he could use his witchcraft on the officers? Attacking secondary targets with witchcraft, then creating disorder with assassins. That's too inefficient. But the Sarkaz fighting with Mother. The Demasti. Did he simply infiltrate us by taking the face of a Victorian? Damn it! Mother!
Delphine, stay back!
That one's a fake! The sword guard's weapons impale the vampire. The light of arts penetrate the Sarkaz's twisted visage. The arts of the sword guards of Windermere, passed down from generation to generation, are simple but brutally effective. Mother quickly sets her sights back on the target. I draw my sword. The sword guards do not hear my cry, but Mother is ready. The vampire laughs. The massive blood arts explode before it can be cast. Uh-oh. A gust of wind sweeps through the sticky air, blowing away the sanguine rain and wind. Death falls silent. The true terror begins to spread, slowly but surely. Blood converges upon the head of the silhouette, forming a crystal then. The true.
Enough. I don't enjoy seeing another wear my face.
The sword guards pull back instantly. Even so, 2 of them are late by an eyelash, and their flesh takes incomprehensible form in a split second. I can feel my sword hand trembling, my throat seizing up. This is a battle beyond my comprehension.
A little girl saw through your disguise. You losing your touch, Damasti. The previous you would have been more convincing. Is that so? These arts are merely a poor imitation by the confessorius. Foul, uncouth, vulgar killing.
He looks towards me, then towards Mother. I'm trembling.
Delphine.
Yes.
Good job seeing through the trick. All the sword guards would have been lost. But there's nothing more you can do here now. The escort fleet is approaching. We must ensure that communication with the fleet is maintained.
The communication tower. It's behind the deck.
The enemy is few in number. Go. I'm counting on you.
She pats my shoulder with an injured hand. Only then do I notice that she has many more scars on her than I remembered. Understood.
Oof.
I turn around and run for the communications tower. Pride overcame fear in an instant. Mother said, I'm counting on you. I see the confessary trying to blow the communications tower. And our soldiers still resisting. Thank goodness, the communications tower hasn't fallen yet. The ship's slowing down? It's the engines. They're attacking the engine room.
Damn it.
Grab my hand. Don't look back. Get up.
Thank you. Oh, Lady Delphine.
We must regroup and counterattack. Reinforcements are on the way. Listen up, men. Dust clouds in the distance. Help is on the way. Their plan has failed so easily? I turn around. The front of the deck has been completely engulfed in red fog, with only the flashing of sword and vampiric arts to penetrate it. Why do I feel so uneasy?
Delphine, look out!
A pair of eyes peer at me. In the infinite raindrops and the reflection of blood on the deck, the vampire's hand brushes my neck. Why? Is he not fighting Mother? Vita tries to push me away, but it's too late. My sword. I still have my sword. I'm her daughter. She is counting on me. The blood-woven crimson witchcraft vanishes into thin air.
Are you alright?
I'm fine. It's all in my head.
Your troops are holding back the enemy down below, so we've come up to help. The bad news is that we found traces of the Damasti down there.
We know, the Sanguine Arc and the Damasti are working together. No, wait. The attack was not a Damasti feint. It was a true blue vampiric witchcraft. If the King of the Sarkis Court had intended to kill me, there is no reason I should still be alive. It was not my own strength that allowed me to resist. He had other plans, there's no doubt about that. Once again, I look toward the sword guards. Their swords are still flashing. I can faintly see that their silhouettes converging. Something's not right. They're falling one by one. They're backing up? This is not right. Where's Mother?
Delphine, where are you going? Ah, dreadful. The scent of blood has changed. The confessorius has succeeded, as has the Sanguine Arc. Pull back. Those unable to do so, drive your daggers into your hearts on my command. You...
Uh-oh. Mother? Impossible. Even if the fight against the fake vampire had taken its toll, Mother and her sword guards could not have fallen so easily. I know the legends of the Windermere sword, which no wall could stop, the blade of light that struck down the spires. One of Victoria's 2 sharpest swords. I grew up listening to them. Why? How? I charge into the fog of blood, hearing only my accelerating heartbeat. Finally, I spy a figure.
Ugh. You have lost all sensation in your arms. Your guards are routed. How do you feel now? Ugh. Sarcasm.
He caught you. An instant of weakness, of disorder. Why? We do not understand. We find it regrettable.
She's finished. Let the great warrior savor the fading of life.
Are you leaving?
I have no interest in the inconsequential deaths that remain.
One glance from the devil is enough to freeze my blood. But he does not kill me.
This blood is a penny a gallon.
What are you after? We are unsure.
The age of shame is coming to an end.
Are you hurt?
It does not matter.
What do I make it of it in regards to the Lamasti? Well, they're just doing what they want still. Like, if some of them wanna go on to New Game Plus, they can. If the others don't wanna, they don't have to. He disappears into the blood. You... Oh, there you are. Oh?
The one who saw through us. He said we were losing our touch. How convincing was the last one? Is this good enough?
Don't you wear her face? He smiles at me with Mother's face.
We must try.
Then with an identical sword, Mother's sword, he impales his own chest. Sarcasm! In my fury I try to charge, but my body refuses to move. We'll do better next time. He whispers in my ear, wearing my own face. Mother's sword is still in his chest. In my chest. He falls, then familiar blood witchcraft covers him, consuming him. After the blood boils and evaporates, it is as though nothing has ever happened. All I can do is pick up Mother's sword. I catch sight of Mother. The sound of fighting has stopped, the wind has calmed, the ship has stopped. I see blue hair on the ground, Mother is bleeding.
Delphine, I can't see very well. Have they retreated?
Mother, they're gone. Mother, I'll call for the doctors. You'll be fine. You're the Duke of Windermere. You're my mother. Wait here, Al.
I couldn't beat him. I can't believe it. Don't go, Delphine. Don't go. Let me look at you.
Aww. Mother's body grows cold in my arms. I do not let go. The sound of Mother's heartbeat fades further and further away.
Don't cry.
I'm not crying, Mother.
I saw you swing your sword, Delphine. Very good. You had injured your hand, your grip. It was never right. I was too hasty.
Mother, don't say any more. Mother gazes towards the horizon. Is that the direction of Londinium? Her eyes have always lain upon Victoria.
I remember. The direction your father left in. We had a surprise for you. One that we prepared long ago.
Mother!
Delphine, I thought you'd be taller. The clothes will be a bit loose. Just calm down, Delphine.
The rain stops. Well, that's a way to, like, start the fight. Dang, though, Mama went out like a badass, protecting her daughter to the end.
Oh, sadness.
Oh shoot, I got distracted for a second, haha. But it was just for a second. Sir, can you just, like, not do that? Sir? Sir down there? Can you just, like, not, please?
Like, you are distracting, sir.
And I don't appreciate that, my dude. Oh, there's a car thingy. Just a little bit more, and then I can do that. Assert dominance. On the fool. Actually, this works out. I can put her here. And then how far does she go? Okay, that far, that's fine. Oh, it's a weird looking worm thingy, okay. No fear against the worm thingy. It's just the worm being a worm is a worm do is a worm. Worm. Okay, this way, and then this way. Yeah, this way seems fine. Okay. Ooh. Okay. I'm just glad that they did not, like, hurt Delphine. Oh, I feel bad for the mom. I am curious how big the clothes are now. The present that they left for her. It's like, I thought you'd be taller by now, daughter. Okay, got him. And I hope the civilians are fine under there. You try to present a picture of calm. The crowd is running. There are screams everywhere. They've hardly awakened from the last nightmare before they're put in another great escape. You brace yourself against the wall. Someone ran into you, hard. Someone pretty darn strong. It all happened so quickly that you had no time to plan. You had expected the worst the moment you failed to stop the first drop of blood from seeping into the curious citizen. Even worse is that you and Amiya have become separated by the stampeding crowd. It has been a long time since you last felt alone. Uh-oh. Stay calm. Don't panic. It's okay, it's okay. ... The screams drown out your voice. Nobody's listening to your commands.
Out of my way, out of my way!
The monsters are coming!
Get out of my way!
Get away! There's blood on you like those monsters! They're not your operators, they're just ordinary people. Reason is a luxury in the face of death. Doctor! Doctor, I'm here! Grab my hand! You finally hear a familiar voice. Amiya! Oh, Amiya! Oh, phew. Amiya tries to force her way through the panicking crowd and reaches out her hand. Grab my hand, doctor! You know that you are the one whom Amiya cares most deeply about, always. You do not want to disappoint her. You penetrate the crowd and extend your hand with all your strength. You're not Amiya! You realize who it is standing before you, a moment before your hands touch. Damasti! You wanted to hold my hand. Why? What should the true King of Sarkaz look like? You're not the one you once were. I heard Logos' bone whistle.
The myriad souls still reject us. However, a change has occurred. A part of us has left us. We must make a choice. We cannot remain stagnant.
The Damasti approaches you, one step at a time. You can feel that the one-time king of the Sarkaz court has changed. He is no longer an idle observer. He has begun moving forward. Doctor!
King of Sarkaz, I tried to imitate you, but I failed.
And you, Damasti, is this your choice, to formally stand against us?
We simply decide to try. As one do.
It's just like, you know what?
Since two of us already left,
we might as well try something new with our lives.
Causing chaos. Will we learn our meaning in the battle against you, King of Sarkaz? Where does our path lead?
Oof. Once, I asked the previous Damasti what I should do. He said I must overcome all doubt and hesitation. If you still call me the King of Sarkas after being reborn, then go find the answer yourself. You won't get it from me. She is always at your side smiling. It almost makes you forget that she is the true King of Sarkas. Dark Arts rumble. You find Amiya's presence downright imposing.
Amiya's just built different.
But still, you feel uneasy. Instincts tell you that this was no ordinary attack. In just a short period of time, you have learned that the Duke of Windermere, defender of the frontiers, is no pushover. She had her flagship break off from the fleet in order to save her daughter. This was an opportunity. But the rest of the fleet was not so far away. The tactical advantage in attacking a ducal vessel was limited. Unless this was a decapitation operation. No, killing a duke only makes Herman angrier. There is more to Teresa's plan. Plus, the ship is home to more than just the Duke's elite guards. You and your friends are here. The King of Sarkas is here. Suddenly, a pang of intense pain dazes you.
Hello, ma'am!
Oh? Did I hurt you? That Ascalon woman is so annoying. Is she so persistent with everyone? Doctor! Amiya disengages with her battle with the Damasti and rushes towards you. Arts converge on her fingertips, and her crown appears above her head. Look out, Amiya! You're the one they're after. I'm hoping no one's intervening with them. The black arts are shattered, and the black crown gone. Amiya's arts disintegrate in an instant, as though they had never existed. How could this be? Is it the power of it is the power of the King of Sarkas. How? I have long waited to rummage in your emotions and memories, little king. I thought the revenants would cause you some difficulty, but you seem to be in better condition than I expected. Courteous, no, Chimera. You are no Teresa. An eerie dark halo envelops Amiya. She tries to break through, but the Confessarius' cage does not budge. The cage grows smaller. You look for someone who can help, a way to break Amiya free. The Confessarius guards block any eyes that dare gaze upon this place. The enemy is more prepared than you thought. Let go of me! You have the fortune to be conferred the crown, but do you truly understand your power? We have studied the King of Sarkas for thousands of years. Amiya's struggle grows feeble. The ancient Bane arts drain her strength. Her knees buckle and she falls to the ground. She lifts her hand, but not a ripple of arts to answer. As for you, you feel the chilling gaze scanning you. Your heart is beating so fast, it threatens to escape your chest. Anger and despair. Death extends its tendrils towards you. You clench your fist. Get away from Doctor! Oh? Still mustering the power of the King of Sarkas, even when surrounded by Confessarius witchcraft? I'm sorry to miss Liz. Well, this is a benefit to our experiments. I'll spare the doctor's life for now, and teach you to leverage your emotions. But I must make sure you behave before handing you over to the leader. Great Damasti, the nasty woman is coming. May I count on you to deal with the rest? Very well. Maybe she will temper us. You see Ascalon sprinting towards you. Countless Confessarius guards stand in her way. They fall without a sound, then the figures of the countless Damasti once again bury her. The Confessarius with blue hair lifts Amiya in her arms. The hull structure around you shatters, a staircase of earth and stone rises, and the wall of the canyon outside opens its gaping maw. You have seen arts like this before, but she is no gargoyle. Doctor! Amiya! No, you're taking her! Wherever they walk, the stone bridge trembles and shatters, and the cracks in the rock wall heal. Ascalon tries to free herself from the Damasti tide, but the expressionless fragments seem endless.
Doctor, stay where you are. The most important thing is...
The Confessarius and Amiya grow distant. You have heard it many times from many people. You're not built for fighting, so weak you could not even complete a beginner course for trainee operators.
Dang!
My noodle arms. Kelsey wanted you to stay in the rear, giving orders and safety. But Kelsey is equally thin and frail, stood before Teresa's. You can still see the gaping wound when you close your eyes. You should wait where you are. Ascalon needs time. You can work on a rescue plan once the battle has concluded. A commander should learn to recognize when the situation is untenable. But your ears ring. Amelia is your partner, your family. Your sense and sensibility, your past and memories all cry out. Oh, precious Amelia. Trip down memory lane. Do it for Amelia. The smiles, the tears, the hard times, the brief joy. The hull breach is right beside you. The stone staircase is starting to fall apart. You put a numb foot forward.
Let her go. Let Amiya go.
You leap before the bridge shatters completely. Huff, huff, huff. You run like you never had before, as the ground falls out from beneath where you just tread. Your view is obscured by the white vapors that you exhale. Your whole body trembles. You've never so lamented the frailness of your physique. Gosh darn it, I wish I was in more shape. It's not far. You can catch them, you can't... There's no time to think. The hole is within reach, but the ever-shifting rock wall could close upon it at any time. A few steps further. You muster all the speed you have. I got this! The next instant, you find yourself falling in infinite darkness. Okay, maybe I don't got this. I need to exercise more. How much time has passed? With your portable light, you see that countless hands have emerged from the ground, pulling at the passage, sewing it shut. The space continues to contract, pressing on you. You do not know how far you must go, but you must not stop. Down, down, down. Huff, huff, huff. Your lungs sting. A light in the distance is your only hope. Where am I? In a cave. A hot cave. Escaping the contracting hole, you find yourself hanging from an upside-down statue. From its eyes seep water falling from above, gleaming in eerie red and light of magma. Where is this place? What are these statues?
What is happening to me? Where am I going?
Do I see the Damacy as a threat? Not really. You recognize the statues as the Jal. The gargoyle shoulders the roof of the cave, feet burning in the magma. The banshee curls up in the wilted thorns, bone whistle in hand. The Wendigo tries to tear the rock wall apart with twisted hands, frightful visage roaring beneath the mask. The withered vampire extends a hand from the lava. A creature of unknown race holds its head in its hands, stone columns running through its eyes. They look like they could come alive at any time. Statues of the Sarkaz races? Ooh, hello, hello. They look like they could come alive at any time. You're tough, Doctor. I respect that. You feel a heavy blow and a pair of baleful eyes. Well, I guess I'm getting knocked out now. Or not? Am I fine? Awake? Why am I so cool? I wish I was cool. How did you follow me with that feeble constitution of yours? I examined your body but found nothing. Well, not exactly nothing. Your structure is unusual, different from all the samples I've seen. I would very much like to study you. I'm just built different, yo. In great detail, unfortunately. This place has been abandoned a long time, and the equipment is far from adequate. It would not do damage such a precious sample. I mean, it would not do to do damage. Perhaps I could bring you back to Londinium, but Teresa seems to pay particular attention to you. Amiya. Oh, I gotta sneeze. Darn, the meds that I took did not work good. More sneezing. Sheesh! Thank you. You look toward Amiya. Her consciousness seems hazy. Black arts seep out from her, then fade into thin air the next instant. Her brow twitches from pain. She's not in good shape. You have rarely seen this expression on the brave child's face ever since you met in Chernobog. Look, Doctor. What is she looking at? She's trembling. What did you do to her? The King of Sarkas grants the promised land. This little bunny simply got a taste of her own power. We don't need to be crossing swords. You want knowledge? Rhodes Island has it. What do you want? We can talk about it. Stop or I'll drown you in lava. That last one is tempting, but I don't think I'm strong enough to even threaten her. We don't need to be crossing swords. You want knowledge? Rhodes Island has it. Laughable attempts at flattery. Painfully amusing the way you just hopelessly grasp at straws. No operators at your side, nothing for you to command. Even the King of Sarkas whom you served is leaving you. What can you do? She draws closer. You tighten the hand behind your back. All you have is a sharp rock that you happen to pick up in the chaos. It's a good rock. Your reason tells you that it's useless. Perhaps you would have had a speck of hope if you were Blaze, Ascalon, or even Popgar. You feel regret, but even stronger is your determination. The pain in your hand keeps you conscious. Patience, wait for her to draw closer. I've asked the leader many times, why does power so often end up in the hands of the ordinary? What have these forgotten kings of Sarkas given us, besides a life of exile and persecution? Will you, Doctor, be one of the causes of another round of suffering? You have questions, but this is not the time or place to answer them. Remove the spell to Amiya, and I'll do my best to answer. I have the same questions, but hurting Amiya is not the answer. You know, removing the spell... You should remove the spell to Amiya, and then I'll do my best to answer you. I appreciate your intelligence, but there has never been a shortage of smart people. There is nothing that can compare to this opportunity. What we have pursued for thousands of years, if she can force the crown upon the head of this little bunny, then it can be forced out. You want to steal Amiya's crown! Steal? No. This crown is not a ring lying on the battlefield for the taking. You'll never understand. The blue-haired Commissarius turns toward Amiya. This might be your chance. You take the calculations. With your full strength, perhaps. What's this? A rock? You feel your internal organs twitch and convulse. The taste of rust fills your mouth. Well, I tried. One little push from the Commissarius, and your right hand loses all sensation. Bones have broken. Oh, I am so fragile! Plus, she's also really strong, isn't she? I mean, it's because she's strong. I'm not that fragile. Wincing at the intense pain, you force yourself to lunge for it, but she lithely dodges. You fall in front of Amiya, blocking the blue-haired Commissarius' malicious gaze. How touching, putting yourself in front of her, but meaningless. If you're so obsessed, I have a better way to deal with you. Perhaps that brain beneath the hood holds secrets beneficial to our experiments. There, don't try to resist. Share your memories with me. You can feel the Commissarius' breathing. A numbing sensation filled with ancient witchcraft moves towards the top of your head. Get out of my head! What? What could possibly repel Commissarius'? The King of Sarkas? But her mind should have been shackled. A black vortex rises from behind you. Amiya whispers at its center. The black crown trembles with agitation. Ancient Sarka's language. Amiya! The shackles of myriad souls are not so easily broken. She remains amidst the myriad souls. She has chosen to protect you subconsciously. Huh. Wait, that's not all? Her connection with the crown is growing? The crown, remember, souls. Is that Amiya's voice? You get a feeling. She is growing more distant by the second to a place that you cannot reach. Ooh, hello, hello. Amiya, wake up! You try to grab Amiya. The black vortex rolls between you, and a great force tries to push you away. You dig your one good hand into the dirt, dragging the rest of your hide along, towards the girl lying on the ground. Ah, such intense emotions. Looks like Teresa's choice was not entirely one of desperation after all. Just a little further! Why don't we cut straight to the chase then? I hope this won't break your little head. That would be a shame. The Confessori left more than statues in this cavern. Sarka's incantation. Uh-oh. Amiya! You touch her. You promised! Reject the voice! The black vortex shatters and vanishes. You grab Amiya's hand. Amiya has grown up, but her hand still feels small and frail. Her palm is filled with sweat. You do not know if the Confessorius' curse worked, or if this was the result of Amiya's effort and yours. Tisk. Blood sprays from the Confessorius' neck. Ascalon walks towards you, casting not another glance at the fallen Confessorius.
That was reckless, Doctor. If I didn't run into... Look out!
Blood explodes, and a sanguine shockwave sweeps towards you. A figure stands in front of you, arriving in the nick of time. Oh, it's Logos!
Vampire arts. What have you done to your bloodline? Hard to imagine that you're related to Shining. The amount of grief that your degeneration has caused that fine girl.
Lord of the Banshees. I'm impressed. It couldn't have been easy to get here. The Confessorius puts her hand on her neck wound. The blood that sprayed from it is slowly flowing back. I should have been more careful, knowing that the sitting Lord of the Banshees is rather rebellious.
You're more dangerous than we expected. Urgent situation. Interrogation out of question. Kill her and leave. I know.
You see Logos' cold expression, and the incantation that obediently emerges from his tongue. But you do not see Salas's fear, anger, any expression that you might expect to see on one facing her own death. You see only curiosity. This is the Lord of the Banshees. The Elegia Court? Indeed, these incantations are no less refined than that of your famous mother. But, did you know? Such refined runes, refined arts, they are far from the Sarkas's roots. She is backing up. Behind her, the statues of the Banshee towers above.
Ascalon!
An instant before everything went black, you saw Ascalon grab Amiya, while Logos shielded you. You saw the statues come to life. You saw the Confessorius' eyes narrow, and saw her ring the death knell first. The myriad of souls in imagination is probably like that shadow thing that she was talking to in the ship. Just a bunch of them all fused together.
Doctor, we've left the cave. Ascalon is scouting the area.
Why don't I skip story? Because I only play games for story, really. Because if I don't like the story, then I won't play the game. Story, 70% of my love. Gameplay and character design, the other 30%.
Your right forearm is broken. I made a makeshift splint, but I'm no medic.
What about Amiya?
Still unconscious. The confessary said something to the effect of, trapped in the myriad souls, but she's alive at least.
You turn around to see the courteous girl lying peacefully under a tree, as if she is merely sleeping.
I can understand Ascalon's objection to your methods. She's concerned for more than just your safety. But it's also true that you bought us time. The confessarius and Amiya would be behind Londinium's walls by now, if not for your efforts.
What of the confessarius?
She got away. Rock and earth, blood. The will of the Banshee. Is this the Sarkaz that the confessary want? One so obsessed with bloodline and witchcraft?
Their target is the King of Sarkaz. We must inform Calcian Shining.
Wait. The vapor around us. This can't be. Careful, Doctor. We may still be inside the enemy's trap.
What is it? I don't often see that look on your face. What is it?
This is not Victoria. This is the convols of the Banshees. The convolus of the Banshees.
Okay. We're not in Londinium anymore. That'd be fine. Before my sneezing attack happens again. I think I'll call it quits for there. I wanted to go more, but the sneezing attacks are coming in more rapidly than I would have liked. Ideally, I was hoping the medicine would have just stopped any sneezing, but
Nope.
It's such an annoying feeling. I just want to curl up in a ball and just get better. I'll make some tea. Hopefully that helps a bit. If not, oh gosh darn it. Oh, sadness. But I should be fine. It should just be allergies, I hope. And how was opening for this chapter? Well, it's just a lot of chaos, but it was nice to see more of Guard side. I did not expect to actually have a face reveal for Guard. It's funny how Tallulah's doing community service, talking to the people and making them soup, as one do, you know? I feel so bad for the Windermere's. Oh gosh, that ship is just chaos. And over here, I'm okay. I just have one broken arm. Me and Amir are just gonna hang out. Eventually, when she's awake, it should be fine. I'm gonna believe. And yeah, Guard is great here. I appreciate that. Though, oh my goodness, I did not expect OBS to crash earlier. And oh yeah, those fights hurt. Remembering them at the time. Pain and suffering. Oh phew. It'll be fun continuing the story later. That'll be for next time. Oh, so many stories to catch up on. But in all in good time, really. Or due time, yes indeed. So with that being said, thank you for stopping by the stream. I hope everyone has a great rest of their day and epic gacha luck. I'm gonna make myself some tea. Hopefully that helps with my sinuses. And then, I seriously hope I'm not sick. I doubt I'm sick. I really doubt it. I think it's just allergies because it's mainly when I go outside or sniff the air because of a window. But we'll see tomorrow. I gotta wake up at 6 a.m. So I'll see you guys later.
Bye bye.
Please be healthy tomorrow, self. Come on.